Welcome back, everyone, to Arkin's Hearth. Today, I am your host, Michael Jason Chandler, sitting here in our forever home, Arkin's Tavern, with my co-hosts, starting to my right.
Thorn Wolf. I am the owner of both Arkin's Hearth Gaming and Arkin's Juice Tavern. Come down and get a smoothie or some coffee. And to my right...
The Ginger. I door-dashed a gallon of Mountain Dew. And to my right...
Pixie. My tummy really hurts.
Probably the Mountain Dew.
It's the cheese.
Is it because you didn't eat
It's
for
the
days and then ate cheese?
cheese.
Okay.
It was the Mountain Dew.
It's all
I
the
didn't
Mountain
drink
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, the gallon's just for me.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Ginger.
No.
All right. You
It'll be gone
kids.
by this evening.
No.
You
I'm
kids.
saying
It's already evening. It'll be gone by
The morning.
midnight.
Midnight.
Well, Well, here we are back again, and we're going to complete our journey across New Mexico's strange and turbulent post-war UFO history. We began in Roswell in 1947, an event buried in secrecy. We moved next to the 1948 Aztec incident, a case tangled in witnesses and decades of controversy. Now, we arrive at something completely different. Not a crash, not a single object, not a quiet encounter witnessed by a handful of people in a remote area. This time, we look at a sighting so large, so public, and so widely reported in real time that it stands alone in American history. Hundreds of witnesses, broad daylight, over the center of a busy town, and not one object, but dozens, maybe up to 100. This is the story the newspaper called the Farmington Armada. March 1950, a 3-day daylight UFO display over northwest New Mexico that remains unexplained to this day. Let's begin.
Before we begin, I just want to tell you, Jason, that I've never heard of the Farmington Armada, and I've lived here 90% of my life.
Yeah, that actually me too.
So, this is new. This is new to me.
Ironically, not only had I never heard of this, I used to work for one of the people that was interviewed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Webb over at Webb Toyota. Webb Toyota, Webb Chevy.
Webb Chevy? Yeah.
The
No,
older...
not sponsored by Webb Chevy.
No.
Although,
If you want to, reach out.
My car's,
We're down.
car has 1,000 miles sponsored.
Sponsored by giving you a free car.
Truck is on its last leg. Please help.
But no, Mr. Webb, who converted the old dealership to Webb Chevy and then eventually opened Webb Toyota, was ex-military and was interviewed after this incident.
Crazy.
Which is hilarious. I mean, he was a really sweet dude, really. And that's one thing about, if you ask, well, were these witnesses all a bunch of yokels? He was not. He was a very smart businessman. He was a really sweet guy. He passed away
He
a
had
few...
his head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he passed away a few years ago, and I got to know him just a little bit working for him before he passed away. And he was still pretty sharp and really sweet and funny, sad. In 1950, Farmington, New Mexico.
The year Jason was born.
That was the year my mother was born. I was born in 1978.
Wait, your
Shut
mom was
up.
born before you? How did that happen?
Well, honey, when a man and a woman really like each other, there's a special kind of hug.
No, I meant for that to come out.
That is
I meant to say you were born.
Yeah, you were just saying and the whole thing and making fun of my age. Yeah, shut up. 1950.
We are so on it tonight, guys.
1950 Farmington, a rapidly growing town, clear skies and open desert, a main street filled with shops, banks, offices, and traffic. Pixie not able to stop laughing.
Look, at least I'm not a tea kettle this time.
We'll get there.
Oh.
All right, starting again. 1950 Farmington was a rapidly growing town. Clear skies, open desert, a main street filled with shops, banks, offices, and traffic. This wasn't a place where strange things happen. If something appeared in the sky, everyone would have seen it. And that's exactly what happened.
Real quick, for anybody who hasn't been to New Mexico, we are very much known for our open, spacious skies. We have some of the most beautiful sunsets around here.
Oh, especially off the bluffs. Like how it turns
so beautiful. It's
orange
like
and
purple and pink. It's amazing. My favorite.
Well, and you can also, the sunsets in Durango, Or between Durango and Farmington, when you have the New Mexico sunset, but the mountains there.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so pretty.
Gorgeous. People come from all over the world to take pictures, and it's beautiful. Do we need a pause?
Have you seen that photo?
That's AI, dude.
Oh, fuck. Listen, I just typed in 1950 Farmington, New Mexico, and it's all over the newspapers. How come I've never heard of this?
No,
I haven't either.
It was in the newspaper. The story in the newspaper, they called it the Farmington Armada. This was, it's something that should be taught. It's something that we should know. I mean, especially when you consider Roswell and how many people know Roswell. When we get through this story, it's wild that people don't know this everywhere.
So you do know that this was downtown Farmington?
Yes. I said Main Street. That's downtown.
Well, I mean, we're just off of Main Street here.
Yeah, well, Main Street's longer now than it was in 1950.
So I think Thornton's trying to clarify it's old Main Street.
Yeah, the old town, which, I mean, it makes sense. It was 1950.
Yeah.
Which was a dirt road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to clarify that.
Oh, yeah.
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 For the record, if you hear little mouse whispers, Pixie was asking to move something, and
if I smell any more food, I swear to you.
I think the mic may have picked it up.
My bad.
Just so y'all know.
Overstimulated.
I have learned how easily I can edit things out, folks, and it's pretty easy.
Is this okay?
All right.
Go on.
So in 1950s Farmington, it was a rapidly growing town. Shortly before noon on March 16th, 1950, office workers looked out their windows and noticed a flash of metallic light above the town. At first, people assumed they were seeing aircraft, perhaps military training from Kirtland or the test ranges. Remember, New Mexico was a major testing ground for planes and military aircraft for many, many years. But within moments, the objects multiplied. Witnesses described silver disc-like objects reflecting sunlight, moving at high speed, changing direction abruptly, flying in formation as if in military maneuvers.
Kind of similar to a modern-day drone show, maybe?
Maybe. They were definitely not moving like planes.
Yeah.
But that's, everybody always talks
Something
about.
that, in the 50s they wouldn't have had.
Right.
In public.
I just keep looking at the headline of the 1950 the paper for let's see, what is this? I don't even
what is it? Armada Jolts Farmington.
No,
I believe
it is huge Saucer Armada Jolts Farmington.
Yep. No, I mean, this was not covered up. This, and what's interesting about this is that it will get national attention, but never is as big as Roswell.
That's crazy.
And Roswell is boring in comparison, but it was first.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of first.
Oh, yeah, it hits San Francisco.
Yep.
I can actually tell you what date. Nope, I cannot.
Well, you tried.
But it was in the San Francisco Chronicle?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, if you remember, the Chronicle was a paper that debunked a lot of the stuff from the Aztec
Oh, yeah.
crash.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well, Thorne, you're looking at it. Does it look like it's debunking it, or is it just telling the story?
I'm just seeing the newspaper clipping. Let me read on this while you read off of your laptop.
Of course. So within minutes, crowds were gathering on Main Street, pointing upward. The Farmington Daily Times would later write that scores of residents watched the objects maneuver directly over the city. In the first day, this caused a stir. In the second day, a panic, awe, and headlines. By late morning, the number of objects increased dramatically. Witnesses reported that the sky filled with as many as 50 to 100 discs.
Does it say anywhere how long they were in the sky? Like how long?
3 days.
3 days?
3 days?
This happened for 3 days.
That's crazy.
And you've
What?
never heard of it.
Three
was
full
three
days.
full
Like,
days in the sky.
consecutive-
I just said first day it caused a stir, second day it caused awe and headlines.
Did
Well,
they
see,
just
I
keep
think
going
I-
past, or did they stay in?
I think I misunderstood what you were saying with that, though.
So-
I thought you meant like the news of it the first day caused, and then the news of it.
No, it's 3 days. It's 3 days.
That is wild.
Crazy.
That's insane. Were they just stationary for 3
Mine-
days,
I mean-
or were they moving?
From what I read, they were moving. They were there and then they'd be gone, and then you'd see them again. You'd see them over there. You'd see them over here. They were all over
They
town.
were looking for something.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
dude, like that is wild.
Why was Roswell more popular than this? This is
It's a
crazy.
question.
Sorry.
No, it's a question. I mean, and that's a great question. You know, I said that Aztec was a far more interesting story than Roswell. And
Which it was.
that's
Yeah.
not a criticism of Roswell, but a whole disc
Yeah.
that people actually looked into.
Yeah.
That was crazy. This
This is next level to me.
This is insane.
ridiculous, yeah. So they moved in groups. They swarmed, they circled, they shifted positions. They accelerated with incredible speed. One witness told the newspaper they appeared to be playing tag at tremendous velocity. Another said they flew like nothing we have, nothing I've ever seen. And even more remarkable, a large red object was reported leading the smaller discs.
The red object, was it also just a disc?
Like a red glowing disc, yeah.
Instead of being metallic. And
Right.
Okay.
Instead of silver.
I don't know why that reminded me of Galaga, but I freaking love Galaga.
That man is playing Galaga.
We all know it. Thought he could get away with it.
Sorry. Okay,
But
so-
this detail with the red object appeared in multiple independent accounts. March 18th, the final day. So we started on the 16th, it continued on the 17th, and now we're on the final day, which is March 18th.
So I tried reading these articles, but every time I tried to zoom in, it would blur out to the point where I couldn't read it. I just wanted to give you an update. I was looking, but it...
No, I did actually get to look at some of the articles are converted, and that's where I got some of this.
Okay.
Okay, so day 3.
So March 18th, the final day. The third day brought fewer objects, but more confirmation. Bank employees, construction workers, farmers, school staff, and police officers all watched the remaining discs dart through the sky before finally fading away. In 72 hours, Farmington had witnessed one of the most intense UFO displays ever reported in the United States or anywhere else.
I may be getting ahead of you. You probably have this in the story. But did they watch where they went away to, or did they just fade out? Like, what?
So they flew oddly, they darted around, they were really, really quick, and they would just fly away. And you couldn't really, they just, over there, they would go in different
Just in a direction
directions.
and gone.
They were
That's
all over the
crazy.
sky.
All I see is a bunch of Martians in these things saying, like, Martians, space aliens, whatever. Where's Timmy? Where the heck is Timmy? We can't find him. He's so good at hide and seek.
Or were they looking for the Aztec craft?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
even
Maybe
think
they were
of
coming to recover.
Aztec was 8 months after Roswell.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I didn't even think about that.
it's a good thing we have you to point us into that direction of the topic.
That's what I thought. I'm like, was this a rescue attempt?
And if they were there for 3 whole days looking for the thing,
Yeah, that's...
like, why stay
Yeah.
longer than a day if you're not actively on a mission for something?
Yeah. Well, and when you think about who saw the Armada, it was everybody. It was not, this is not the crazy guy down on Main Street, which we do have. I call him the homeless wizard or the desert wizard.
Is he the one with pants?
Sometimes he's
The one-
pantless.
What?
No, but do you know which one I'm talking about?
The one that
The-
comes here a
Pants
lot?
with the jeans that's cut down the
Like,
side.
yeah, he's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
He also shows up in Aztec. How is he getting from Farmington to Aztec?
I've
Sorry.
seen the dude in...
No. The guy in Aztec, he has the Crown Royal pants.
No. There is a
Okay.
guy that I've seen
And his
in
pants
Farmington.
We should not be talking about this because
And
The homeless guys? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We can cut it
Yeah,
out.
cut it
But
all
probably won't. But my point is that this was bank managers, police, these were business owners, oil field workers. Dozens and dozens of people reported seeing these crafts. They weren't anonymous sources. They were quoted directly in the newspaper and under their real names. There was no crash, no desert isolation, no secrecy. This happened in broad daylight over a major roadway with the press watching. The descriptions were consistent, metallic, bright, reflective, round disc shape, swift, abrupt movements, flights in formation, sudden accelerations and stops, and no sound. Totally silent.
See, I think that is absolutely wild, because if you think of anything that we have, even now, pretty much everything is pretty freaking loud.
Right.
I can hear planes if I'm in my house, right?
I live under the airport. I hear
Well-
planes all the time.
Even our quietest machines still have some kind of sound.
Right. Even you were mentioning drones, even drones.
Yes, yeah.
They make noise. Like,
And I'm sorry, but like even today, if I hear like not the Chinooks, what are they called? The Offspray. If I hear the Offspray, I'm staring at them until they disappear.
Yeah, for real.
Like for reals.
Yeah.
Well, and also, like, it said they were going really fast, like zooming around. Things that fly by you fast should be making noise too, just from the speed that they're going by you.
Like the force and the wind.
Yeah, for sure.
Mock sonic booms.
It was reported they moved faster than any jet. Some estimated between 500 and 1,000 miles an hour, far beyond aircraft of the time. So the government response. So despite 3 days of mass sightings, the government issued no immediate explanation. When contacted, the Air Force suggested weather pollution.
Pollution.
That's almost as good as a flatbread.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
When contact. Okay. Take a breath. Take a breath. Okay. And get it together.
Are you trying not to tea kettle?
I might have been sick.
You might have been sick. Okay. Despite 3 days of mass sightings, the government issued no immediate explanation. When contacted, the Air Force suggested the objects were weather balloons. Big surprise.
Oh, wow.
Reflections, aircraft from a nearby test range. But residents rejected every explanation.
So I just had a thought. Did the city of Farmington try to do anything about it in those 3 days? Like, do you know if there was any response from the city trying to catch one or something? I don't know what they were trying to do.
Get a net.
Listen, a lockdown. Like,
And here you go. No.
Someone call SpongeBob.
They watched. I'm confused by that.
The jellyfish net.
The
yeah, the
jellyfish
jellyfish
net.
net.
I don't watch that show. I was probably in
I was
college.
banned from that show.
I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was a kid.
cool.
I
My
was
parents
I was
thought it would make
probably
me stupid.
in college or even graduated from college when it was brand new.
My mom didn't like it because they burped. I'm like, that's the only grievance you have with that show. There's a lot more to.
I mean, I know the song, but you know.
But no, I just
No,
didn't say anything
so-
about a response. So
Actually, there wasn't one. The Air Force didn't even, nobody came. Like with the Aztec incident, they were out there in a couple of hours in the middle of nowhere to pick up that UFO. This, they didn't even respond. People had to reach out to them.
that's insane to me.
Well, especially talking about like how quick they got there to Aztec that we were talking about. There's no way they could have gotten there unless they were already ready.
Right. They had to have had a response team, ready. And I think that what might have happened here was the response team shrugged and went, what the hell are we supposed to do about this?
So I'm seeing 3 different types of responses. The government learned from their lesson because we've never heard of the Farmington Armada at this table, at least. But the first one was absolutely military, crowded everywhere, and Roswell.
Right. They
Picked
made a
up-
big deal of it and they shouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's a slightly different response in Aztec, but still, not everybody in the world knows about the Aztec crash, but enough people knew about it to say something about it.
Yeah, like it's
Right.
definitely been
Yeah.
known.
But
It stayed alive in UFO circles.
Yeah.
But this is not registering whatsoever.
And it's just hilarious
And
because
It's because they didn't respond.
Well, yeah, and like if the military doesn't show up, it's less likely to be a UFO sign.
right.
But at the same time, this lasted 3 days, and there were so many things in the sky.
Well, and I really, and what you're going to find, there is an explanation, quote unquote, for this that is insulting if you come from here. And I literally think they just kind of said no news is good news. They just let it run its course in the media, and refusal to comment became the way that it went away.
Was this at the height of UFO? Like everybody's talking about UFOs now. Maybe this was like part of the across the country.
So 1950,
hoax.
yeah.
Yeah, the hoax.
They were
Like all the hoaxes or quote unquote hoaxes. I don't know which ones are real, which ones aren't. Wasn't there.
So with Roswell, they took something.
Yes.
We believe somewhere, Area 51,
Area 51.
whatever. We could go there and we could find what was in Roswell and we could look at it and touch it. And I don't know what we would do with it, but supposedly something was found. Aztec, there's bodies, there's a ship, there's a vessel. There's some way to prove that it happened.
Right.
This Farmington, you've got to remember what we said last time is still true. This is a really remote area. New Mexico, to this day, there are a large number of Americans who don't realize we're not part of Mexico.
True.
Yeah.
It is remote in a state that no one pays attention to. And they
Well, that
came,
has to do with blue meth.
Well-
blue meth or the power the power companies we used to have or the power
Yeah.
plants.
Or green chili, apparently.
Green chili's delicious, yes. But I mean, this was so remote. New Mexico was so remote back then.
Well, yeah, especially back then.
Like you said, dirt road, Main Street's still a dirt road. It's so remote. I think they realized that everybody was going to just ignore the yokels in, what's it called? Farmington, New Mexico. Is that even in America? I mean, you know how people talk about New Mexico.
Yeah.
And I think that they realized that it would just go away, especially because of all of the hoaxes and the other things. At this point, so many things were being disproven and so many quote unquote hoaxes were happening and there was no evidence. No one was going to scream, "Where'd you take that UFO?" because they flew away. They're gone. There's nothing you can do. You just need to call these people. Oh, it was reflections. It was balloons. It was nothing. Those yokels are too dumb. They just thought they saw something. Move on. Speaking of, one of the primary explanations that I read in multiple sources for these crafts was an explanation that it was cottonwood cotton.
What? No.
One officer stated that the residents were seeing the cotton from cottonwood trees flying around. This is the one that insults anyone who comes from here. Cottonwood seeds that were flying through the air. And apparently this image that we see every single season, every single year, we got real stupid and thought it was rocket ships.
Those of you that don't live near cottonwood trees, it's not shiny or round. It looks
or metallic.
It's called summer snow because it's soft and fluffy and
looks like snow.
It looks like snow falling and blowing through the wind. Like, it's not tight formations. It's not military formations. It's not shiny. I would really hope none of it's red.
I hope not. That'd be a little
I'd be scared. Who got killed in a cottonwood tree? Like,
for reals.
And why is there blood not making the cotton heavy enough to fall to the ground? Why it's still floating?
Yeah.
I might be able to disprove this right now. What month did this happen?
So this was in March. So this is March 18th was the final day.
That's still a little early.
It's a little early, but that it could have been the beginning of cottonwood season.
I mean, it could have been, but cottonwood doesn't fly in.
I could be like, no, this is bull hockey.
No, but cottonwood doesn't fly in tight formations and doesn't look
Mach
like
7.
1,000 miles an hour.
And then going back to what you said earlier too, that they were very quickly changing directions.
Right.
Like, you're gonna sit there and watch a piece of cotton floating around and it's just gonna be like, never mind, I'm going this way. Like, no, dude.
Well, and the idea that something we see every year, something that is very common, that every single person who lives here sees every single year, no one's confused by, we didn't all do meth. No, really, we don't all, I promise. It is Farmington, New Mexico, but we all don't do meth, and we didn't in 1950. There's there's no mass hysteria that caused people to think cottonwood was suddenly rocket ships moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, no. That's just not how that works.
And for that matter, weather balloons don't reverse direction at high speeds, and military aircraft can't maneuver like what witnesses described. That sudden, jerky motions.
You'd snap your neck.
Yeah, but I wanted to bring up the cottonwood thing because I felt like that was just...
That's an insult.
Yeah. Well, it's an insult, but it's also... If you were in New York, if you were somewhere where you'd never seen a cottonwood season, they're just dumb yokels down there, aren't they? And remember, middle of nowhere.
But even then, it only takes a little bit. You barely have to research. Even back then, you barely have to research to know that cottonwood seeds don't look like metallic UFOs.
Right. Or just understand that something called cottonwood doesn't look like a UFO. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or a balloon. I mean, I love the idea. Oh, they're weather balloons, because weather balloons look like discs that fly at 1,000 miles an hour and change directions.
At least from my experience watching old shows from back then, they weren't known for doing their research about things like that, especially when it came to New Mexico. They ignored New Mexico. Like, I watched shows where they had episodes based in New Mexico, and they were like, iguanas live here. What?
No, what?
I've never seen an iguana here in my life, bro.
It actually amazes me whenever they do reference New Mexico in television.
On the radio now.
My bad.
I did it too. I was like, maybe.
That's why we're not on. That's why we're not on YouTube. Is so we can.
Oh. Yeah, my bad.
That's why we're not on YouTube, so we can cuss. Anytime I've seen New Mexico represented in like TV shows, they do a terrible job. They either make us Arizona desert or like almost tropical. like the concept of like lizards moving around and like, it's not, I've never seen, I won't say never. There have been a few shows I've seen that actually come to New Mexico, but in the old days, especially when they referenced New Mexico, it was ridiculous. The Farmington Daily Times, which is still here, folks.
Barely, but here.
It's here, yeah. Oh, newspaper. But it ran a now famous front page headline. Huge Saucer Armada Jolts Farmington.
Yeah, that was the one I was...
That was the one you were looking at and couldn't read. The report included an estimate of 200 to 500 total witnesses. 3 days of sustained activity, direct quotes from named citizens. Again, they were quoted by name. Drawings made by local observers. This was just a town reporting what it saw. Papers across the Southwest picked up the story, but national outlets were more skeptical. Some journalists attempted to downplay the event as mass hysteria, optical illusions, misidentified jets, or a prank gone wrong.
How could that have possibly been a bro?
But it's New Mexico. It's Farmington, New Mexico. Remember, if someone in New York says that something was just a prank, people from New York to New Mexico might believe it.
So, like, I've spent a lot of time down in Biloxi, Mississippi, in case anybody didn't know where that was. They have this stuff called dry lightning that does not happen anywhere else except for, like, along the Gulf Coast. It's where, like, it could be a blue day, and all of a sudden you see lightning in the sky for no reason. It just happens. So I can understand somebody not understanding things.
Right.
From somewhere else.
And if somebody said that lightning was a reflection, the people in Biloxi know it's not.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But the people in New Mexico might believe it.
Well, and like on that topic, I'm from the Midwest and we have thunder snow. I told that to someone here. They didn't believe me.
What is thunder snow?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
It's a snowstorm, but there's thunder and lightning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's kind of believable to me.
It's believable to me because I grew up with it, but...
Listen, we actually all live in the upside down. I'm just saying.
I mean, a snowstorm is a storm. It's just frozen rain.
I don't know why it's so unbelievable, but...
One late attempt at debunking.
Debunking.
Jason?
Farmington, the debunking.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy
bumpers.
Bunkies.
Bunkies.
Do you need some of my
I have to edit so much if we keep this up. Shut up. All right. The Harvard balloon theory was a late attempt to debunk the Farmington Armada, claiming that Harvard University had been launching experimental skyhook balloons from the region, which could have been misidentified. However, Harvard's balloons were huge, white, and slow. They reached high altitude and stayed there. They did not swarm in groups, and no flight records matched the Farmington dates. To this day, no explanation has ever replaced eyewitness accounts.
I mean, that makes sense from all the explanations we've heard.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. It's almost, I want an explanation, I almost wish the government could, give me something.
I would rather have a response at this point.
Stop being so lazy about this. Just do something.
That's how I felt about Aztec, too. It was just sort of like, it's not real, and people just believed it. In recent years, historians, UFO researchers, or UFO researchers, and archival groups have re-examined the Farmington incident. The findings include the newspaper coverage, which appears to be authentic and extensive. Dozens of named eyewitnesses were verified. No military or scientific records explaining the sightings. No balloon or aircraft matching the descriptions operating over the region or in existence, containing no satisfying explanation. Modern analysts tend to agree. If the witnesses were correct, and there's every reason to believe that they were, this event represents the biggest mass UFO sighting in history, a true Armada. The 1950 Farmington Armada remains one of the most astonishing public UFO events ever recorded. Not a story buried in secrecy, not a tale reconstructed decades later, but a real-time, daylight, multi-day sighting witnessed by hundreds of people. It challenges our assumptions about UFOs in the post-war era, and it highlights a pattern emerging across the Southwest. Roswell, Aztec, Farmington. 3 major events in less than 3 years, all within a few hundred miles of each other, all near military testing sites, laboratories, and post-war research centers. Bum, bum, bum! So that's it for now, folks. That is the 3 UFO incidents that happened literally within driving range from where we're sitting.
It's crazy.
Are we doing any more alien stories, Jason?
Eventually, but not right away.
For a little bit.
Not
Yeah.
for a
So
bit.
what we're
I'm a little
saying
aliened
is
out.
Crash more UFOs right here, and we'll cover.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. No, I just
Not into orphans like that car.
Well,
not through the walls at Arkin, please.
Maybe through the roof.
Folks, we did have a car drive through the wall here at Arkin's Tavern, but we are close to reopen.
we might already be open depending on the time you actually get this.
Yeah, we've got...
Ooh, burn.
This is episode 4, so we're definitely in the future.
And if Jason could stop stumbling over all of his words.
Your
But
mom.
hey, if we are open when this
Hey, he
episode
said
is
I wasn't
posted-
allowed to say that. Why can you say that?
Anyway, if we
I was
are
told.
open when this episode is posted, please come see us. We have
Absolutely.
Really good coffee. With
Oh, no, absolutely.
Any
Come say hi.
I wanted to do this, and definitely we have done enough with aliens for now. But, you know, growing up here, one of the reasons why a lot of what we're going to do is going to be in this area, at least at the beginning of this podcast, is because, I mean, we have ridiculous UFO stories that people haven't talked about in years. We have serial killers. We have, you know,
Haunted areas.
so many haunting.
Oh man, we've got to go on field trips and actually like.
We really do.
Don't worry, Jason.
So
I'll call you
let's
back. I'll
like
keep you
get
safe.
that covered first, and then we can go do more haunted things.
But I mean, you know, we can go up to Durango, which is 45 minutes to an hour from here. There were shootouts in the streets. There are still haunted tunnels underneath half the shops in Main Street.
I think we
And
should
at the
totally
mall?
cover the Strader Hotel.
Oh,
And the
Just saying.
yeah, the Strader Hotel.
Who
I
is
mean-
this hotel straighter then? Me?
Definitely. You.
oh yeah,
well.
definitely. You.
Yeah.
That was a dumb question, actually. Hold on.
But I mean, this area is just full. We've got cryptids, though some of it, admittedly, people, you know, if you're looking for that episode on the skinwalkers, I would love to do things like that if I can get a Navajo spiritualist or historian
Permission.
to join us.
Yeah.
Well, I would really want them to join us because as a white New Mexican man,
Yeah, it's probably not our
I don't want to misrepresent the native culture here.
We just want to be respectful of everyone in this area.
Right.
And, you
Well,
know,
and
make sure it's
the
covered properly.
Dene, the Navajo people, which the real name of the Navajo people is the Dene, which means the people, are a wonderful, they're an incredible tribe, and they are very alive in our neighborhood. You know, the Navajo Nation is literally right up against, and when we talk about,
skip and a jump that way.
well, eventually I want to cover the Chokecherry Massacre, which was the murder of a number of Navajo men by horrible white boys. And the Navajo Nation actually protested by marching on Farmington.
Are we going to do the broken circle?
That is the Broken Circle.
Is that the
Same
broken
thing.
circle?
Same
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
I was like,
the
that sounds
Chokecherry
familiar.
Chokecherry Massacre. There was a book called The Broken Circle.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
And I actually met the children of one of the men who was murdered. When he was a teenager, we were in the Anasazi pageant together, and he became a medicine man. A really cool guy. But, you know, that's so growing up here and being so close. You know, I did hospice work for a while. I was a social worker for hospice, and I did hospice on the Navajo Nation. And so I learned a lot about the beliefs of Navajo people. And the main thing is I'm too dumb to do it justice.
Not to mention giant Spanish culture.
Oh,
Mexican
and that's
culture.
there too. Absolutely. Well, it is New Mexico, and we have
Yeah.
a lot of Hispanic Catholic and Hispanic, you know, a lot of Mormons. We have a huge Mormon population here as well. The Mormons actually settled this area.
off topic, but like, is there a lot of Mormon like scary stories or anything going on that they'd want to talk about?
No?
That's
something.
Not those kind of scary stories, although
That's for off the mic.
That's for
Again, and there is something getting outside of UFOs I really want to do, and one is to respect the different cultures. There's such a powerful number of cultures and deserve that respect. Also, I have a strong wish to be respectful to police. I find that podcasts often criticize and it's easy to say in hindsight that police officers messed up a serial killer investigation and I mean, that's true. I'm sure that at times we are going to talk about police making mistakes, but I also want to say that having been a child abuse investigator for the state of New Mexico, I have depended on police officers to protect my life. That's something that's important to me.
I want to have a decently strong focus on missing and murdered Indigenous people, because that's something I feel very strongly about.
Absolutely. We hope you enjoyed our 3-part dive into UFOs in the beautiful skies of New Mexico. And we hope that you enjoyed our podcast today and going forward. Again, please let us know if there are any stories you're wanting us to cover, especially if they are local or Four Corners connected. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.